We've been very lucky. My mother was the Queen for a very long time. And although you kind of know that this might happen, you don't really think about it very much. Not least of all because the monarchy is about continuity. But I think for my brother, this is something he's been waiting for. And he's probably spent more time thinking about it.
Inside the grand walls of Buckingham Palace, where old traditions, rules, and secrets are rarely shared, something surprising happened that shook the royal family. Princess Anne, known for her honesty and quick wit, shared news that left King Charles completely stunned. It wasn't just any update. It was something connected to Queen Elizabeth's final thoughts about Catherine, the Princess of Wales. But could this change everything? Join us as we explore Queen Elizabeth II's important message about Princess Catherine. The unstoppable strength of Princess Anne. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, has always been a unique figure in the royal family. While her brother, now King Charles, and her late mother often found themselves in the spotlight, Anne has quietly walked her own path. She's never chased fame or attention, but instead has focused on her duties with quiet strength and determination. In fact, many believe that Princess Anne might be the hardest-working royal of them all. For her, responsibility has always come before recognition. Her life hasn't been about glamour or luxury, even though that's what most people imagine when they think of a princess. Instead, it has been a life full of hard work, discipline, and a deep, unshakable sense of duty. Anne's dedication to the monarchy is extraordinary. She has taken on thousands of royal engagements over the years, traveling across the UK and the world, supporting charities and causes without ever seeking the spotlight. Her tireless commitment has earned her deep respect, not just from the public, but also from fellow royals and even from her critics. But behind this image of a strong and dutiful princess lies a more complex and very human side of Anne. Growing up in the royal family meant living under constant pressure and high expectations. From a young age, Anne was expected to carry herself with grace, dignity, and strength. Her childhood, shaped by Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip's strict but loving guidance, laid the foundation for the independent woman she would become. Her relationships within the royal family, especially with her brother King Charles and Queen Camilla, reveal a more personal and sometimes delicate side of royal life, one that the public rarely sees. And although Anne has always put duty first, recent moments have shown that there's more to her than just her work ethic. People are beginning to see her in a new light, more open, more complex, and more central to the royal family's future than many ever realized. Now, as quiet rumors swirl about Queen Elizabeth II's final message concerning Princess Catherine, it's becoming clearer that Anne's role in the monarchy is far more important than anyone might have guessed. But before we get to that message, how did Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip raise Anne? What events and challenges shaped her into the strong, capable, and determined woman we see today? Let's take a closer look. The remarkable beginning of Princess Anne. Princess Anne's early years were far from the storybook version many imagine for royal children. Born on August 15, 1950 at Clarence House in London, she was the first daughter of Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. Her birth was a joyful occasion for the royal family and the country. But from the very beginning, her life was marked not by play and freedom, but by duty and expectation. When Anne was just 18 months old, everything changed. Her mother became Queen Elizabeth II after the death of King George VI. This sudden and historic event transformed Anne's life completely. She was no longer just the daughter of a princess. She was now the daughter of the Queen of England, and that title came with pressures and responsibilities that most children her age could never imagine. Because of her mother's demanding role as monarch, Anne and her older brother, Prince Charles, were mostly raised by nannies and governesses. Their mother was often busy with royal duties, official visits, and state matters. While other children were spending time with their parents, Anne and Charles were being taught to sit properly, speak politely, and behave like future leaders of the realm. Their lives were organized, formal, and filled with quiet expectations. Everything they did was under watchful eyes. Despite what many people thought, that Queen Elizabeth was a cold or distant mother, Anne has always stood up for her. She understood, even as a child, that her mother's absence wasn't because she didn't love her. It was because being queen meant putting the country first. Still, that didn't make things easier. The lack of a warm and playful childhood left a quiet emptiness in Anne's life. But rather than let that sadness consume her, she turned it into strength. From an early age, Anne showed signs of being tough, independent, and deeply responsible. She learned to rely on herself and to face challenges with calm determination. When she was 13, she was sent to Benenden School in Kent, a respected school known for turning girls into confident, capable women. This was a common choice for royal children, but that didn't make it easy. Anne had to leave the comfort of home and face a new world full of expectations from her teachers, her classmates, and the entire country watching from afar. But instead of struggling, Anne rose to the occasion. She studied hard and earned 6 GCSEs and 2 A-levels, an impressive accomplishment that showed her intelligence and drive. Yet her time at school wasn't just about getting good grades. It was about becoming the woman she was meant to be, one who would carry the weight of royal duty with pride, who would never back down from responsibility, and who would build a legacy of quiet strength unlike anyone else in the royal family. Princess Anne's early life may not have been filled with fairy tales, but it was full of lessons in strength, discipline, and purpose. These were the building blocks of the woman who would go on to be one of the most hard-working and respected members of the British royal family. Princess Anne's controversies, perseverance, and unshakable bravery. Princess Anne has always been admired for her dedication to her royal duties and her accomplishments in the world of equestrian sports. However, her personal life has been far from simple. Her first marriage to Captain Mark Phillips, a fellow equestrian, seemed like a fairy tale when they tied the knot on November 14, 1973. The wedding, held at Westminster Abbey, was a grand affair that attracted millions of viewers, captivated by the idea of a young princess falling in love.
This woman to be married to this man.
But behind the splendor, their relationship soon began to face serious challenges. Rumors of infidelity clouded their marriage, with speculation that both Anne and Phillips had been involved in affairs outside their union. The biggest scandal of all came when it was revealed that Phillips had fathered a child with another woman, which shocked both the royal family and the public. This revelation added to the already tense relationship, and by 1989, the couple had separated. Their divorce was officially finalized in 1992. Despite the very public collapse of her marriage, Anne handled the situation with grace. She refused to let humiliation or scandal define her, maintaining the strong, composed demeanor that had always been a part of her character. Unlike many others who might have let their personal struggles overshadow their responsibilities, Anne remained fully dedicated to her royal duties, demonstrating her remarkable ability to navigate through difficult times with quiet strength. Her second marriage, however, was very different from her first. On December 12, 1992, Anne married Commander Timothy Lawrence in a small private ceremony in Scotland. With only close family and friends in attendance, the low-key event reflected her desire for a simpler, more stable life, away from the relentless attention of the media. In Lawrence, Anne found both a loving companion and a sense of calm that had been missing in her first marriage. Together, they built a peaceful life, one grounded in mutual respect and devotion.
It is betwixt Christ and his church, which holy estate.
While Anne's personal life has been marked by both scandal and resilience, one of the most defining moments of her life came not from her relationships, but from an extraordinary act of courage. On March 20, 1974, she faced a terrifying, life-threatening situation that would forever change the way people viewed her. That evening, after returning from a charity event with her then-husband Mark Phillips, their car was suddenly forced to stop on the Mall in London. A gunman, Ian Ball, emerged from another vehicle and attempted to kidnap the princess at gunpoint. In the midst of this dangerous encounter, Anne remained shockingly calm, refusing to give in to fear even as the gunman threatened her life. When he ordered her out of the car, Anne responded defiantly with the words, "Not bloody likely." Her bravery in the face of such danger allowed others, including a passerby and Anne's personal security team, to intervene. The former boxer Ron Russell and Anne's bodyguards were able to subdue the attacker long enough for Anne to escape. The attempted kidnapping sent shockwaves through the nation and led to immediate changes in royal security. But more than just an incident that changed security protocols, it demonstrated Anne's courage and determination. This moment revealed her to the world as someone who wasn't just a princess by title, but a woman of incredible strength and resilience. Her ability to stand strong in the face of danger forever solidified her place as one of the bravest members of the royal family. This remarkable event not only strengthened her reputation as a fearless royal, but also highlighted the values that have shaped her life: duty, resilience, and an unyielding courage to face adversity head-on. Through her personal struggles and triumphs, Anne has shown the world that her life is not defined by the expectations of her title, but by her unbreakable spirit and ability to rise above challenges. Princess Anne's steadfast dedication and the Queen's final message. Princess Anne has long been seen as one of the hardest-working and most dedicated members of the British royal family. While others often found themselves in the spotlight, Anne took a different approach, one of quiet strength, constant commitment, and an unmatched work ethic. Over the years, she has taken on more royal duties than anyone else in the family, working with over 300 charities and always doing her job without seeking attention or praise. Her steady and determined nature has earned her respect not only within the royal family, but also from the British people, who admire her tireless dedication. When Queen Elizabeth II passed away and her older brother, King Charles III, became king, Anne's role grew even more important. She became one of King Charles' most loyal supporters, standing by him during important moments of change and helping to keep the monarchy stable. When it was announced that King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer, Anne once again showed her unshakable commitment. She took on extra duties to ensure that the royal family continued to operate smoothly without interruption. For Anne, service to the royal family isn't just a job, it's part of who she is. Her bond with King Charles is built on respect, shared values, and a deep loyalty that was instilled in them by their mother, Queen Elizabeth II. The late Queen dedicated her life to preserving the monarchy, ensuring its traditions endured while also adapting to a changing world. Now, as the British royal family enters a new era under King Charles, something interesting has come to light, an insight into Queen Elizabeth's private thoughts. Known for her discretion, Anne has subtly hinted at a message left by her mother that had a deep impact on King Charles and could influence the future of the monarchy. Queen Elizabeth II was not just a monarch, she was a woman with great insight and wisdom. She had an exceptional ability to recognize leadership qualities in the people around her, guiding the monarchy with care and precision for over 70 years. One of the most important decisions she made was welcoming Catherine Middleton into the royal family. When Catherine married Prince William in 2011, she joined a family with a long and rich history. She became the Duchess of Cambridge and later the Princess of Wales. To the public, Catherine's transformation was remarkable. She became a graceful and dignified royal figure, embodying what was expected of a future queen. But Queen Elizabeth saw something even more special in Catherine. She recognized strength and resilience in her, qualities that others might have missed. Catherine showed the ability to lead, endure challenges, and bear the heavy responsibilities of royalty with grace. This recognition led Queen Elizabeth to leave a final message about Catherine before her death, a message that would profoundly affect King Charles. The significance of the Queen's words is still unfolding, and it could have a lasting influence on the future direction of the royal family. What exactly did the Queen say? Why did it matter so much? And what does this revelation mean for the monarchy moving forward? Let's find out. Princess Anne's astonishing revelation. Atos nans, UTBE, U2S Raikozu WI.Sai Hao Zai, MAV, Hal Snau, Timai Sanyu. Princess Anne has always been seen as one of the most loyal and hardworking members of the royal family. People admire her for being honest, dependable, and incredibly committed to her duties. She's not one for drama, just quiet, constant service. Over the years, she became a trusted figure within the monarchy, someone the royal family could always count on. One of the strongest relationships in her life was with her mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Their bond wasn't just one of love, but also of deep trust. They often shared private conversations, confiding in each other in ways no one else could. It was during one of these quiet personal talks that the Queen revealed something truly surprising, something so powerful that it would later leave King Charles III completely speechless. At a recent private meeting with senior members of the royal family, Princess Anne stood up to speak. She had decided the time had come to share a very special message from the late Queen, a message even King Charles had never heard. "It is the monarch that is the key," she said, her voice calm but firm, "the one who holds everything together." The room instantly fell silent. Everyone knew something important was being said. Even King Charles, a man who had lived his entire life preparing for the crown and dealing with the challenges of royal life, looked deeply moved. Princess Anne then revealed what her mother had once told her in confidence. Queen Elizabeth believed that Princess Catherine, also known as Kate, was not just a graceful and elegant member of the family, but someone far more important. "She is the future," the Queen had once told Anne. Queen Elizabeth had seen something special in Catherine. Beyond her public poise and charm, the Queen believed that Catherine had the strength, wisdom, and heart needed to help keep the royal family together. She saw Catherine as someone who could guide the monarchy into the future, holding it steady in times of change and uncertainty. For King Charles, this was more than a touching memory. It was a message that came at exactly the right moment. Since becoming king, he has had to face many serious challenges: family tensions, public criticism, the fallout from Prince Andrew's scandals, and the ongoing struggles with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The monarchy has been under more pressure than ever before, and there's been a growing need for someone to bring calm, unity, and hope. Through all of this, Princess Catherine has been a quiet force of strength. While others have stumbled under the weight of royal life, she has continued on, steady and strong. She has carried out her royal duties with grace, kindness, and deep dedication. These were the very qualities Queen Elizabeth admired most. Hearing that his mother had such strong faith in Catherine must have touched Charles deeply. But the Queen's message wasn't just about the present, it was a clear vision for the future. With her years of experience and sharp intuition, Queen Elizabeth had foreseen a time when the royal family would truly need Catherine. A time when balancing royal tradition with the modern world would be more important than ever, and she believed Catherine was the one to do it. "She understands what it means to serve," the Queen had told Anne, "not for glory, not for praise, but because it's the right thing to do." These words perfectly describe who Princess Catherine is. She has taken on her role not for attention, but to make a real difference. From raising awareness about mental health to helping children get the best start in life, she has made her royal work meaningful. She hasn't just accepted the responsibilities of royal life, she's helped shape them into something new, something better. Now, as the monarchy faces a turning point, the Queen's message raises an important question. What role will Princess Catherine play in leading the royal family into the future? Let's explore this unfolding story. Princess Catherine's increasing importance in the royal family. Over the years, Princess Catherine has grown into her royal role with elegance, hard work, and a growing sense of duty. She began as the supportive wife of Prince William, but today, she's much more than that. As she steps further into the public eye, her journey reminds many people of another remarkable royal woman, Princess Anne. Princess Anne, the sister of King Charles, has been admired for decades for her no-nonsense attitude and tireless dedication to the crown. She once spoke in a documentary about how life for the younger royals is much tougher now than it used to be. In her words, the pressure has grown because of how the media, and now social media, watch everything they do. Back when Anne was younger, she didn't have to deal with people commenting on her every move online.
My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able.
But Catherine lives in a world where even the smallest action can become a headline within minutes. Still, like Princess Anne, Catherine has shown an incredible ability to stay calm and focused, no matter how intense the spotlight becomes. She handles her public duties with grace and strength, showing the world that she's more than ready for the responsibilities ahead. The connection between these two royal women is built on mutual respect and shared values. While their positions in the royal family may be different, they both understand what it means to serve their country with quiet determination. Anne's long experience is like a guiding star for Catherine, helping her navigate the complex world of royal life. They've often been seen working together on important causes, and their teamwork shows just how deeply they both care about making a difference. Princess Anne has spent many years defining her role without asking for praise or attention. She has become a symbol of stability in the royal family. Now she seems to be passing the torch to Catherine, offering not just advice, but also her public support. This is more than just a kind gesture. It shows that the royal traditions are being handed down to the next generation with care and trust. Catherine's growing importance recently became even more clear when an old interview resurfaced. In it, Queen Elizabeth II herself spoke about how much confidence she had in Catherine. Coming from the late Queen, this was a powerful statement. It wasn't just about liking her, it was about truly believing she had what it takes to help lead the monarchy forward. As people heard this, social media exploded with admiration. Many praised Catherine for being a perfect blend of tradition and modern values. She has stood strong during hard times for the royal family and continues to be someone people look to for reassurance. For a long time, she was simply seen as the future queen beside Prince William. But now, thanks to the Queen's words, people are beginning to see her as a leader in her own right. King Charles may also be taking this to heart. With his mother's glowing praise in mind, he could be involving Catherine more in the important decisions that shape the future of the royal family. Her ability to connect with people, remain grounded, and carry out her duties with honesty and kindness makes her a vital part of the monarchy's future. Princess Catherine has become a bridge between the old and the new. In a time when the world is changing quickly, her calm and steady presence gives the public a sense of comfort and continuity. Her deep respect for the values of the monarchy, combined with her modern outlook, helps strengthen the foundation of the royal family. When Princess Anne chose to share the Queen's words at this moment, it felt meaningful. Anne is not someone who usually shows emotion in public. She's known for keeping her feelings private and just getting on with the job. For years, Anne has worked behind the scenes, keeping the royal family functioning smoothly without needing attention or praise. Her support adds even more weight to the growing belief that Catherine is not just a supportive wife, she is a powerful force in the royal family. What are your thoughts on the Queen's last words about Catherine? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.